Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
The following contest is the Survivor Series Elimination Match. Winner take all. Introducing first, Team Alliance. From Greenwich, Connecticut, he is the owner of WCW, Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon has bet his future on purchasing the WCW, and now that future being wagered in this one match. It's winner take all or nothing for Shane O'Mac.
Dig it, sucker!
His silver spoon on the line. He puts his daddy out of business, or he's gone.
From Houston, Texas, Booker T. Can you dig
So here he is,
sucker?
the five-time, and I do repeat, five-time WCW champion, Booker T. The cornerstone of Shane McMahon's purchase of WCW, which Shane did from underneath his father's nose on March 26th of this year in Panama City, Florida.
Certainly the Alliance looking on in their locker room. Booker T very skeptical of who might be jumping from the Alliance to the WWF. We'll see if Booker T's street smarts are on the money or not. Maybe he's just overreacting and being paranoid thanks to the seed planted by Mr. McMahon.
From Meadow Creek, Michigan, the World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Champion, Rob Van Dam.
You talk about loyalty. January 1996, Rob
Is
Van
this an
Dam.
ECW story?
You damn right
Okay,
it is.
go ahead.
And not only is it an ECW story, it's a Rob Van Dam story, because the histories are intertwined. January 1996, Rob Van Dam made his
Sure it was
ECW
96?
debut. You know what, JR? You're just jealous, because long before you ever heard of Rob Van Dam, I was singing his praises. You wish you had the brains to destroy him before me.
Lay down.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, I'll say it for you.
In 96 here. He wasn't ECW, he was in the Olympics.
And
winning
won
the
the
gold medal.
gold medal. And which side did he pick? Who's Kurt Angle betting on? Is he betting on Vince McMahon? Is he betting on the World Wrestling Federation and its antiquated, draconian views of sports entertainment? Or is Kurt Angle gonna bring this sport back to wrestling where it belongs? What a team the Alliance has brought forth tonight!
From Victoria, Texas, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin went off the air on SmackDown smiling. He comes out of the gate here smiling. You gotta wonder what's up with a rattlesnake. Stone Cold Steve Austin, arguably, as he just told Booker T to get out of the way, arguably the greatest WWF champion of all time.
Who's gonna argue that point? Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the Alliance, the Rattlesnake, the WWF champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold will lead the Alliance to victory tonight.
Survivor Series have not been too kind to the Rattlesnake in history as the Alliance
Hi, Deborah.
glued to the
Hi,
monitor.
Steph.
Two referees assigned this match.
Notice the confidence in the Alliance locker room.
Yeah, look here, confidence. There's some togetherness there. Not. What? This crowd.
And now, introducing Team WWF, weighing 500 pounds, The Big Show.
Well, he cannot be the big slow tonight. He's got to be the big monster here at 7'2", 500 pounds. And look at the respect the Wyatt Board given this 500-pounder at the hands of the Alliance. And that is an extraordinary human being standing in the ring, and they just keep on coming.
Weighing 346 pounds, Kane!
I don't know who's the bigger freak, the guy with the burnt face or the 7'2", 500-pound freak show.
6'10", 326. As athletic a big man as ever laced the boots in the WWF locker room.
Hi guys, you're all going to be unemployed in a few minutes.
Hellfire and brimstone in this matchup. They're big, they're bad,
But they can be had.
and they just keep getting better. Kane and the Big Show. He debuted in 1990 at the Survivor Series.
Houston, Texas, weighing 305 pounds, the Undertaker!
He's 11 years today, the anniversary of The Undertaker. When he debuted, he won the WWF title against Hulk Hogan. And The Undertaker riding that bike right through the Alliance. Man, this is going to be a slobber knocker deluxe. The game face of The Undertaker. Very, very prevalent. As Stone Cold taking high ground from that motorcycle.
Stone Cold surveying the action. Taking high ground. You can't decide if you love Stone Cold or if you hate Stone Cold. You're like schizophrenic or something.
And what difference does it make to you?
It doesn't.
What the hell do you care?
I don't care
Well, then
about
shut up about it and call a match and do your job.
Throw your farm stuff at the TV tomorrow night when you're watching me on Raw.
Jim Cornette can replace you tomorrow night, pal.
Oh, you're funny for an unemployed guy.
I ain't unemployed yet.
But you will be.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Jericho!
If I am unemployed, I'll go to my own home, not living in my mom and daddy's room.
That's because your mom and your dad lived in a freaking shack
And here
instead of a
comes
provincial
Jericho.
estate like my parents
No,
live in.
they're both dead, as a matter of fact.
My parents aren't dead, and how dare you say that?
And what are you looking at, Booker?
Better watch it, he'll pitch slap you.
Yeah, right. Jericho coming out here. I
And
tell
I
you what,
want him to do it.
Jericho and Rock better have their egos checked at the door, their personal issues put aside, and put the WWF and the WWF fans first and foremost in their mindset here tonight. If Jericho and The Rock are not on the same page,
And they won't
the
be.
WWF cannot win this match,
And
in my estimation.
Your estimation means nothing. Mine does. WWF is going to lose. Say goodbye, Jimbo. It's over for you.
From Miami, Florida, the WCW champion, The Rock!
Remember that one team must eliminate all the opposition to win this elimination match. All members of one team, all five, have got to be defeated for this match to end and for a winner to be declared. The losing team's company will be out of business forever as a result of this main event.
Can you imagine this, JR?
And The Rock and Austin not wasting any time.
The Rock and Austin fighting for their professional lives. Keep in mind, this could boil down to 5-on-1.
It certainly could. It's all about strategy and who's got the best game plan. Right now, The Rock has got the right hands, game planning Austin and knocking down the rattlesnake.
My favorite part of this match is that Shane McMahon puts his body where his money is. Unlike his
and right hands by Austin. The stakes have never been higher in the history of this business. You can research it as far back as you want to go, to the Abe Lincoln days, and there's a cover and a hook of the leg. But since people have been grappling, since people have been entertaining, the stakes have never been higher. One company going to go out of business. And there's been a lot of wrestling companies go out of business over the years, and this one we know is going to happen after tonight. But who's it going to be? And a Thales press from The Rock to Austin. And The Rock saluting, so to speak. And Shane McMahon getting jiggy with it.
Shane McMahon doing what his father didn't have the guts to do, put his money where his mouth is and his body where his money is.
What are you referring to?
Why isn't Vince in this match? You know why? Because Vince doesn't have the guts that his son has.
Well, I don't know about that, Paul. I don't know that is actually accurate, quite frankly. Maybe Mr. McMahon's got another plan.
No, Mr. McMahon.
He's 56 years old. I don't care if he's got 9% body fat.
9% body fat. Remove nose from pushes.
And there is a near fall, and Shane McMahon again making sure that Booker T didn't get eliminated.
What a selfish waste of life is Vince McMahon.
I mean, he named a 500-pound monster to take his place. How dumb was that?
No, very dumb. You know why? Because Vince McMahon has always run his competition out of business. Now he wants to run his son out of business. And if Vince runs Shane out of business, there'll be no more McMahons to take over.
So you're going to blame Vince McMahon for your company going out of business?
He did. Of course I am.
Oh, please. Paul, look in the mirror. Call your accountant. Count your beans. That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
And RVD now. RVD getting a great hand. Arguably the most popular member of the Alliance and has been since joining that organization. Side headlock by Y2J Chris Jericho again. This match continues until one team has been completely eliminated by the other.
I'm confident in my future when it's in the hands of athletes like Mr. Pay-Per-View, Rob Van Dam.
And a spinning heel kick by Jericho. Found his mark, knocking down Van Dam. Well, he's a great athlete. There's no doubt about that. This has been a very unusual night here tonight. A new women's champion in Trish. Tess wins the immunity battle royal after not being originally entered in it.
The Dudleys.
The Dudleys defeated the Hardys in quite frankly, an error in judgment by Jeff Hardy that cost he and his brother the tag team unification matchup. Edge beats Test in the other unification match. And Christian successfully defends the European title tonight against Al Snow. And that's brought us to the main event. What it's all about, this winner-take-all 10-man elimination tag team matchup.
Mistake by Jericho. RVD on the move.
RVD in a pinning predicament in Jericho, able to kick out. Van Dam and Jericho both have proven on many occasions their resiliency, their ability to mask the pain and continue to compete. They're neither the biggest men in this match, but you certainly can't tell that by their productivity and the results they get. And Van Dam, balls to Jericho, and Shane McMahon again. The third or fourth time Shane McMahon has interrupted these counts, and The Rock, among others, getting a little fed up with Shane O'Mac's interference. And Booker T gets the tag, but so does the Big Red Machine. And Kurt Angle says, let me have it.
How can you blame Shane McMahon for how hard he's fighting? Everything he worked for, everything he struggled for, everything he saved for.
I don't know that he ever worked a day in his life, Paul.
Well, I do.
And right hand by Kane, overpowering Kurt Angle. But let's not forget Kurt Angle, master of leverage and technique. He's a guy that delivered an angle slam to the 500-pound Big Show last Thursday night.
He's a man. Kurt Angle made Kane tap. Never before in Kane's career has Kane ever tapped until he came up against the ankle lock of Kurt Angle. And JR, even you have to admit it.
He did tap. Of course, it was after Stone Cold wore Kane's ankle out with a steel chair, but it was far big for me to leave out a few details. And that's a nice pillar back suplex. Good move by Angle, getting underneath Kane.
Are you trying to negate the wrestling ability of Kurt Angle?
Absolutely not. I mean, I'm all for those tap outs. As a matter of fact, I enjoyed watching you tap out last Thursday night. And Kane now manhandling Angle up. Sidewalk slam.
You're not going to distract me from my game. How dare you? I'm watching the Alliance take apart the WWF. Turn around, Kurt.
Huge missile off that top rope. That clothesline for the Big Red Machine. Will it be? And still, come on. Shane McMahon. He's making his presence felt. He's like a boil on the butt of life.
Shane McMahon is fighting for his family's honor. If Shane McMahon goes out of business,
He's
it's not
dishonored.
McMahon.
He dishonored his family as the Undertaker gets the tag when he and his sister manhandled their own mother. That's, and, you know, and when he flew in with you, Paul, that spoke of Shane and Stephanie's integrity.
If the WWF wins, the legacy dies with Vince McMahon. But if Shane wins, if the Alliance wins, McMahon's name goes on to the next generation.
Undertaker now hammering Booker T.
And Vince is too selfish to realize that.
Well, thank you for your philosophical input. And Undertaker scoring that kick, knocking down Booker T. And Mr. Five Time has got that big leg in his face. The Undertaker now with a cover. Well, that is, damn, man. Shane McMahon, I mean, come on.
I'm proud of Shane.
Oh, good. I wish somebody would anchor his ass.
He's fighting for his family. Of course you do.
I know, family honor,
You want to
family
negate the
business.
Alliance, don't you? You wish his ass would be anchored? Why? Because you're afraid that Shane will lead the Alliance to victory.
Undertaker now.
And you don't have the guts to tell Vince McMahon these facts to his face like I did on SmackDown. I punked his ass out.
Yeah, you did. You're badass. I think the Undertaker are old school. And Booker T getting poked out by the Undertaker there.
We would ban that move in the Alliance, but we don't have to because the Undertaker won't be around after tonight. Bye-bye, Mr. Decade of Destruction.
Undertaker, that Greco-Roman knuckle lock, cinching it in on Booker T. And now this will look good. Man, that is some strength and some pain, some agony and blues created by the Undertaker. Really working on that left arm of Booker T. Booker T, naturally a right-handed competitor. Got to assume that the left arm may not be as strong as the right. And the Undertaker certainly focusing on that particular body part at this time. Undertaker's got it cinched in well. We have yet to have a decision. And Undertaker found himself in a little bit of trouble there. Comes up, knocking down Booker T again. There's another cover. And Shane McMahon, for the love of Pete.
Who's Pete?
He ain't here either. I mean, come on. Austin gets the tag. So now Stone Cold's in there. Shane McMahon is yet to be officially in the match. It's Austin now and the Undertaker renewing their rivalry.
What?
Austin picking the Undertaker up. Austin, the WWF champion.
What?
And Austin now. Look at Shane holding the... Well, Shane was going to hold the Undertaker. That didn't work out that time. Austin got tied up in the ropes. And now the Undertaker back on the advantage here. Man, wouldn't it be something if Austin was the first man eliminated by the WWF team?
Yeah, it would be something. It'd be a miracle.
Undertaker going old school again. Hammering down. First it was Booker T, then it's Stone Cold, and Shane McMahon. I mean, my God, who else? Who else is going to interfere in these cover attempts? But Shane McMahon. Austin feeling the wrath of the Undertaker after Shane interrupted that count.
Everyone feels the wrath of the Undertaker. When he beating up bikers and bars for the rest of his life. Telling everybody what a big star he used to be.
Undertaker being assaulted here. And there's a tag. Austin tagging in Booker T. Austin, RVD, and Angle. Triple teaming the Undertaker in the corner. Angle stomping away, and the referee's got to get Angle out of there. Booker T got the tag.
Booker T's a generous man, letting Kurt Angle take care of the Undertaker.
Well, I thought I saw a tag. I guess it was a mirage.
Can you dig that, sucker?
Hard right hand. And another one, Rocky. The 1996 Olympic gold medal winner.
And current Alliance member, Kurt Angle.
And Angle, off the Undertaker ducking the dead man's head. Swinging that grip.
One,
Near
two,
the
three.
and
That was
Undertaker.
three.
wasn't 3, or we'd had a decision rendered. It was a 2 count, Paul. Wishful thinking on your side.
You're right. Hey, I got a lot on the line here. And maybe you ought to start taking it seriously, too.
I'm taking it seriously. What do you want me to do? Get frantic?
No, just pray.
I believe in the WWF. I believe in what it stands for. And there's a DDT. And I believe in these men that have been handpicked to represent the World Wrestling Federation. Not people like Shane McMahon, who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and never went to the damn woodshed enough. And there's a tag, and here comes a 500-pound Big Show. He can be as good as anybody that has ever been in this game, or he can make some dumb mistakes at a 500-pound clip. He could be a difference maker, is my point. And the Big Show engulfed him.
Oh my God!
And that is some raw power and strength. RVD gets put down for his troubles. Kurt Angle still the legal man. And it has a lot of power. And Big Show just walking from under. And Shane McMahon, I think, dodged that right hand. Too bad. And here we go.
Angle slam!
Angle got underneath.
Angle slam! Angle slam! Angle slam!
I don't know how he does it. Angle got underneath the Big Show. Great leverage. And there's a tag, a blind tag. Booker T tags himself in. And Booker T with a scissors kick. Oh, not this. Oh.
The Spinneroonie! The most electrifying move in wrestling today!
That is hideous. That is hideous. Now Rob Van Dam gets the tag. Big Show is taking 2 finishing moves.
Star Frog Splash by RVD!
That's 3 finishing moves for the Big Show. And now Shane McMahon wants the glory. He got the tag. The elbow off the top. And Shane McMahon with the cover. Hot damn. Everybody else did the work. Shane McMahon gets the glory. And now he's going to get jiggy with it.
The Big Show is isolated.
And eliminated.
Oh no.
And The Rock hammering Shane McMahon. What a pure look of pride on his face. Shane being hammered by The Rock. And there's another knockdown. And The Rock, what's he? What The Rock is doing here. Rock just tagged in Kane. And Rock just suggests to Kane to take Shane O'Mac from as high as he can get him suddenly to the canvas.
Oh my God, by the throat? No, 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 please! That's my boss, damn it!
Shane McMahon just got drilled.
Oh
and
no!
Kane now tagging his brother. Now what?
This is just not right. This is not fair. Shane McMahon is an owner. He's not a wrestler. He's not a competitor.
They'll call timeout.
Timeout!
Shane McMahon can barely stand. And he wouldn't be standing if the Undertaker didn't pick him up.
Oh, please. Oh, no, please. Please, no. No! Jared, do something!
My God.
No, please!
Undertaker, the tombstone. The choke slam. The tombstone.
Oh, for the love of God, enough!
Jericho got the tag. Comes with a lion saw. The legs a hook. And Shane O'Mac has been eliminated. And the WWF locker room celebrating as Shane McMahon eliminated the Big Show as well. We're down to 4 members of each team remaining in this elimination tag match. Jericho putting in a pace here, taking Kurt Angle off his feet. Inverted backbreaker. That'd be enough there. Leg is hooked, and Austin makes sure it's not.
Damn right he does. Because Austin is a member of the Alliance. Angle with a beautiful takedown.
Angle now, the right hands, finding their mark on Y2J. And Booker T got the tag. I think RVD won the tag. Shane McMahon being assisted out of here. when you lose, you return to your locker room area. And I think RVD wanted that tag, but Booker T got the tag instead.
Look at the fire, look at the passion, look at the aggression, look at the ambition of the 5-time WCW champion Booker T.
And Booker T driving a knee into the chest of Y2J. And there's a tag. Here comes RVD finally.
Right, and all the bitterness between RVD and Booker T gets put aside.
Here's a tombstone earlier.
Why are we showing this
The
again?
Undertaker.
Who made this decision?
And then Stephanie McMahon Helmsley's reaction of her brother and business partner being eliminated from the competition.
Whoever made the decision to show that replay after tonight, you're fired.
And Van Dam going downstairs on Y2J. RVD getting rolled up. Safety Jack Briscoe in Greensboro and got a near fall there. And Jericho beating RVD back to the vertical base and knocking down Van Dam. And here comes Kane. Kane big and strong. No doubt the WWF has a size and power advantage in this matchup. Certainly even more pronounced before the Big Show got eliminated. And Kane.
Well, it's obvious to me that the WWF is now trying to isolate Rob Van Dam.
What's wrong with that? Good strategy, wouldn't you think?
Good strategy, except for one thing. Van Dam's not going to get isolated. Oh!
Kane squeezing Van Dam's fist. Van Dam got a little kick there to that temple. They kick Kane in the ear. Leave your head ringing. And Van Dam, oh man, had a sting. Almost beheaded by high impact clothesline by the Big Red Machine, taking down Van Dam.
Well, the Big Red Machine and his brother, the Undertaker, are bitter at Rob Van Dam. Van Dam scored victories over both the Undertaker and Kane this week on Raw and SmackDown.
And Booker T brought in the match. Tried to get a cheap shot in on Kane. Got brought in the ring from the outside for his efforts. And Van Dam spinning heel kick, taking down Kane.
Rob Van Dam going up. Here it is, the 5-star frog splash by Rob Van Dam.
Kane got the kick. Van Dam got the 5-star in. And Van Dam just drove the air out of Kane. But Kane catches Van Dam by the throat.
What in the hell is this?
5-star or not, and Booker T, what a shot that was. Undertaker taking Booker T outside. And this one's beginning to break down here. Booker T and Undertaker, The Rock and Kurt Angle, Jericho, and Van Dam just caught Kane. He caught him on the chin, and Kane is out of here.
Rob Van Dam has pinned Kane, and more importantly, Rob Van Dam has eliminated Kane. The Alliance has a clear advantage.
The Alliance up 4 men to 3. And the Undertaker now trying to get back in a position to even this thing back up at 3 on a side. And Undertaker gets his hands back on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Still no signs, if anyone is even thinking about changing teams here.
Oh, if I was in the WWF, I'd change teams right now.
Undertaker's gonna, I think, take care of things himself here.
Good luck. Those are pretty big odds. Insurmountable from my viewpoint.
Austin down, Booker T out. RVD on the concrete. Undertaker left with Kurt Angle. Angle, high impact turnbuckle. Caught by the Undertaker. Little snake eyes there by the dead man. And Booger Red just took Angle down the big right foot. Almost beheaded the paranoid rattlesnake. And then you talk about a dominant exchange here. The Undertaker has dominated. Last ride could be coming up. Indeed it is. Last ride.
Oh my God!
Angle just got the last ride. Booker T brought a tear to the ring. And Austin, Stone Cold Stunner on the Undertaker by Austin. Austin got the stunner on the Undertaker.
More importantly, Austin and Angle on the same team. 1, 2, 3. Hey, WWF guys, nice knowing you.
We're down to 2 men, The Rock and Jericho. 4 men remaining on the Alliance team. And man of Jericho and The Rock And they better damn sure be on the same team because we're getting in trouble here.
It all comes down to this. Sunday night, November 18th, 2001, the Survivor Series. The winner take all. One team, one promotion lives, one promotion dies, and the WWF is clearly on its deathbed.
Booker T and The Rock now squaring it off here. And The Rock with the right hand. Rock in the boot. Booker T reverses The Rock, however. He caught him with a foot. Big time foot there. Could be a knockout bunch.
It is over. It is over. The Rock is fighting for his grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, for his father, Rocky Johnson, and it's all for naught because The Rock is going down at the hands of Booker T.
And I'll tell you what, you're talking about insurmountable odds with The Rock and Jericho, who, as we all know, well documented, not the best of buddies, but they got to coexist here. There's a DDT on Booker T, and Kurt Angle saved the 3 count.
The Rock and Jericho are all alone. They can't get along. Their survival depends on one another.
Jericho's still down. The Rock has no one to tag if he got to the corner. Jericho still down from that punishment on the outside earlier.
Meanwhile, on the Alliance side, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the Alliance is united. No double crosses on the Alliance side, but can you say the same about The Rock and Jericho?
Booker T burying those knees in the solar flex of The Rock, who counters with a Samoan drop. The Samoan drop. The leg is hooked, and this time it's Austin who interrupts the count. A 4-man to 2 advantage.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the leader and proudest member of the Alliance. And now the Alliance will pick The Rock apart. Finally, The Rock loses his job in Greensboro.
The Rock's career started at Survivor Series in '96 in the WWF. It may end here at the Survivor Series tonight. As a roll-up, there's a roll-up. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The Rock just pinned Booker T.
Oh, well, easy. It's still 3-2. And The Rock and Jericho can't get along. Meanwhile, Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, and Stone Cold Steve Austin are a unit. Rob Van Dam, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Kurt Angle are the Alliance team, and they're taking apart The Rock piece by piece.
2 WWF men left. The Rock and Y2J. 3 members of Team Alliance.
Listen to you, you're losing your voice out of nervousness. You know you're finished.
Reversal by Van Dam. Van Dam gets to the corner. And, look at it. And can he do it? Oh, The Rock. Planting Van Dam from the top turnbuckle. Van Dam got drilled in that powerbomb, high-impact like maneuver. And Jericho now back up on the apron. Certainly is ready, willing, and able. We hope to receive a tag here. And The Rock will be well served to do that about now. And does. And here comes Y2J. And Y2J and The Rock carry the hopes of the survival of the WWF on their shoulders. Unlikely teammates. 2 men who do not like each other. Trying to stay in this thing. And they've got 3 men to eliminate. And it's damn sure not going to be easy. There's a cover. And a near fall.
And all the infighting between RVD, Austin, and Angle means nothing now because the Alliance is united. The Alliance is strong. And as the night gets longer, the Alliance gets stronger.
Nobody there for RVD. Jericho, bulldog takedown. Driving Van Dam's face right into the canvas. And there's the Lionsault. Jericho landed on his feet, but promptly got knocked down from the spinning heel kick of Rob Van Dam. Jericho talking to himself there, maybe checking his teeth out.
Split-legged moonsault by Van Dam.
But I think Jericho got a knee up and caught Van Dam in the lower abdomen from that split-legged moonsault. And there's the face-first maneuver by Y2J, and Jericho just pinned Van Dam. That's how Jericho won the WCW title. And now we're down to 2 on 2.
Yeah, but it's The Rock and Jericho who can't get along against Austin and Angle, who will get along in the name of the Alliance.
And That remains to be seen, quite frankly. Austin taking the Rock down on the outside. It's Jericho and Angle on the inside. The future of two companies hangs in the balance as Austin just took Rock for a ride, and the Rock has been taken out of the equation, at least for now.
I gotta tell you, man, my future is secure in the hands of the unified alliance effort of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kurt Angle.
Watch this, the catapult. Rock's head bouncing off the ring post. And that's going to take the Rock or anybody else out of commission. And I don't know if the Rock will be able to get his head clear enough to really function in this match.
You know, at the risk of sounding presumptuous, whatever the hell the word is, I don't care. I'm going to win, so it doesn't matter. I'm sure that when the Alliance wins, we could find a spot for The Rock.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
I mean, the guy's a movie star and everything. You know,
Back heel trip.
Imagine the money the Alliance can make on his T-shirts alone.
And there's a cover. Angle's got the ankle hook. Put the press on that, the pressure on the upper body there. Nice technique by Kurt Angle. Jericho able to kick out Austin and Angle now, showing some continuity. They make the tag.
It's all a matter of time now, JR. It's all a matter of time. Like a shark that smells blood, the Alliance is wearing down the WWF.
Hard knife-edge chops by Stone Cold Steve Austin on Y2J. And Jericho now, big set on the top turnbuckle. It does not look good for the WWF. Superplex. Austin superplexing Jericho off the top turnbuckle. And Jericho damn sure hurting. The leg is hooked. And a near fall, a long 2 count.
I can't believe it's finally going to happen. After all these years, I can't believe it's finally going to happen.
And Austin and Jericho fighting for position here. It's come down to 4 men fighting for the survival of their companies, of their future, of our future. And there's a cover.
Ain't no hour in it. Our future now means the Alliance's future. The tide has turned. The Alliance is taking over as Kurt Angle wears down Y2J.
And Angle has Jericho tied up in those ropes. You can expect to see anything from here on out because, you know, win at all costs. It's a winner-take-all situation. And when you get a guy like Austin in that environment, he usually doesn't come out on the short end of the stick, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It's about time you told the truth, but too little, too late.
Angle stomping away at Y2J, sends him for the ride here. And the elbow to the solar plexus, and there another cover. Forearm in the face. Body on body, got a near fall. Waist lock, counter. And no! Jericho's got the ankle lock up on Angle. Angle rolls away from the pressure.
Damn right he rolls away from the pressure. He's not only a great wrestler, Angle's a great counter wrestler.
And Jericho wanted to send Angle for the ride. That didn't work out. Jericho had his head exposed and paid for it. Angle visibly limping from the results of his own maneuver. The ankle lock applied by Jericho moments ago.
And this was Jericho's chance to make a tag, and he couldn't. And now Austin's gonna wear down Jericho. The rattlesnake all over Y2J as the hopes and the dreams of the WWF spill down into the merciless hands of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin stomping Jericho. Thought about coming off the ropes, changed his mind. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary chances. Hard knockdown, reverse elbow by Stone Cold. And Y2J Chris Jericho has been isolated. And the only good thing about that is that Jericho has gutted it out, has survived this isolation, and The Rock has been able to shake his cloudiness away, and The Rock back on the apron, able to take a tag, it would seem, if Jericho ever makes it that far to the corner of the WWF. Angle right hand.
Slowly, surely, and with confidence, the Alliance now picking apart Chris Jericho, dissecting the opponent, wearing him down until Jericho has no hopes of survival.
With a very timely tag made by Team Alliance. Austin and Angle, the 2 remaining members of Team Alliance. The 2 remaining men for the WWF The Rock and Y2J. But Y2J has not seen the daylight of his corner for quite some time. And The Rock is nervously pacing, or was moments ago, in preparation for a tag. Or at least The Rock wants a tag. The WWF needs a tag, or Jericho is going to go fall by the way of the fallen soldier here.
Stone Cold Steve Austin utilizing the leverage, wearing down Jericho. Now using all of his body weight, making Jericho fight up. It's over. Accept it.
Well, it's not over, and I'm not going to accept it. And I'll tell you one way or the other, if I get my ass fired, I wouldn't listen to your crap anymore and hear your voice anymore.
Well, you'll have to hear it every Monday on television.
I'll turn the sound down and watch closed captioning.
Have Hugo Savinovich replace you
Double
in
knockdown.
Spanish, which is a foreign language like whatever you talk from Oklahoma.
Right. Rock, got to make a tag here. Jericho, Austin looking to make a tag. Now this is going to be, there's a tag, and that was a big mistake by the Alliance. Jericho got the tag, and The Rock now trying to hammer Kurt Angle. Look at these reversals, look at these counters, and a big throw. Right hand. The Rock taking down Austin on the outside. Legs takedown. And The Rock going for the sharpshooter.
Oh, man!
There's the sharpshooter.
But he's against Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle, what the hell?
Kurt Angle just tapped out.
What the hell is this?
Kurt Angle tapped out.
Why are we an Olympic gold medalist? My future's on the line.
Kurt Angle just tapped out. And Austin just got a cheap shot into The Rock.
Can you imagine
And there's
the
a tag.
pain?
Jericho made the tag.
Can you imagine the pain that Angle must have been in the tap?
You damn right.
With my future on the line and everything?
And Jericho with a hard knife edge chops on Austin. And now Austin, the last man that can do it for the Alliance. There's a roll. Wait a minute. Austin has the tights.
Stone Cold Steve Austin all by himself. Stone Cold Steve Austin all alone against The Rock and Jericho.
And Jericho trying to turn Austin over. Jericho looking for the walls of Jericho. Kurt Angle made a tap out by The Rock from the sharpshooter. How poetic is that maneuver at the Survivor Series?
And
as Austin now looking for a submission of his own.
And Austin's busted open bad. Austin's bleeding from the mouth. And injured Stone Cold all by himself against Rock and Jericho with everything on the line.
Rock taken down, or Austin taken down by Y2J. And Austin is bleeding a great deal out of the mouth. And could be an internal injury there for Stone Cold. Oh, the lion salt. Austin got both knees up, knee braces and all, and buried him into the abdomen of Chris Jericho. And now Austin's got the cover. Should be in, it's not. Austin may have missed a golden opportunity after Jericho missed the lion salt to put Y2J away.
But look at the fight in Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everyone in the Alliance's job, our careers on the line, in the hands of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And now, JR, you have to admit that Stone Cold is Alliance through and through.
Trying to convince yourself?
He's fighting, isn't he? The man could give up right now and blow it, but no. Austin's fighting for the Alliance. Austin is a loyal soldier in the army of the Alliance.
And Jericho and The Rock remaining for the WWF. The missile drop kick by Jericho, taking down a bloody Stone Cold Steve Austin. The leg is hooked, and another fall. That was a close near fall. The Alliance is a 3 count away from being out of business. What? Or knife edge chops by Jericho. And there's a roll-up. Could be over. But Austin trying to counter. Austin's got a counter, and Austin beat Jericho. And that was down to Stone Cold.
Stop!
Rocket and Austin.
A familiar ring to that tune, huh?
We saw them explode at WrestleMania back in April. And we've got to get Jericho out of there. Jericho. Wait a minute.
Look at that!
Wait a minute.
Yes! Yes!
Why you son of a bitch?
Yes! 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 Jericho! Jericho! Jericho has double-crossed The Rock! This is the end of the WWF!
What the hell was that about? come on. If this damn thing is this way.
1, 2, 3.
Rock kicked out. It has come down to Rock and Austin.
I told you Jericho and Rock couldn't get along. I told you.
Jericho, the Undertaker said, what the hell are you thinking? What are you doing? You don't be an egomaniac. Undertaker's job, all of our jobs, put in jeopardy even more than they already were by Y2J.
Well, The Rock may have kicked out, but the damage has been done.
Petty, personal, immature jealousy by Y2J.
And your whiny, irrelevant opinion is what? Nothing. What? Why? Because the damage has been done. The Rock is down. Chris Jericho has sold out the WWF.
It's not over, in case you haven't noticed. There's one man left on each team.
And the Alliance will replay that soundbite over and over again tomorrow night on our Raw television show.
Austin taking the Rock down, hammering those right hands. It's come down to these two magnificent athletes, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Austin stomping away at The Rock here. This match has no time limit. We will go, we will stay until we do have a decisive winner. We're looking for one pinfall or submission, and it's all over. Austin had a conflict with the referee, and The Rock scores with the right hand. Reversal by the rattlesnake, and The Rock going over the top. Rock's leg hit our announce table. Rock may have hurt his knee as he was thrown over the top by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And The Rock, now he may be cannon fodder. He may be dead meat after what just happened. He got thrown over the top rope, and then his leg got wrapped up in the announce tables.
Check out the look on the face of Stone Cold Steve Austin. My hero, the leader of the Alliance.
Austin can put the WWF and everybody in it out of business if he can beat The Rock. We're pinning our hopes on The Rock here. Austin and The Rock, two of the great rivalries ever in sports entertainment. It's come down to these two, and how fitting is that?
Austin can literally taste his own blood, but Austin can taste success and victory for the Alliance. Stone Cold Steve Austin putting away The Rock and putting the final nail in the coffin of Vince McMahon and the WWF.
And The Rock just reversed Austin, and The Rock right across the table. The Rock with Austin on the concrete floor, hammering away.
Hey, I'll give The Rock a lot of credit. He's fighting for his life and the livelihoods of everyone in the WWF. But now Austin has proven himself to be Alliance through and through. Proven himself to you and everyone else that ever doubted Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Give me
I never doubted Stone Cold's ability. Not one time, not for 1 minute.
too late to suck up.
I ain't sucking up.
What you can give
Why
me.
don't you kiss my ass and just call the man?
Why do you keep wanting me to kiss your ass? What is with you,
Stomp by
Oklahoma
The
people?
Rock. You're gonna step on Oklahoma one time too many. One time too many.
I'll come through the Disney house next week.
And The Rock fighting back with everything he's got. And that's all we've got. We've got The Rock. And everything rides on his shoulders. The future of every man, woman, and child that supports the WWF riding on The Rock's shoulders here tonight.
But the Alliance has Austin, and Shane and Stephanie's money are behind Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And now The Rock is a sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter at Survivor Series.
Austin gutting it out here. The Kurt Angle tapped out at the hands of The Rock earlier.
Tap
The sharpshooter.
Tap moving star. Tap Mr. Big Shot. Tap Mr. WWF.
Well, you can show him how to tap. Why don't you waddle up there and do that?
Why doesn't Hebner call for the bell?
Because The
like he
Rock
likes to?
hasn't tapped.
Well, that never stopped him before at Survivor Series, did it?
The Rock looking to tap here.
Ring the bell.
The spirit of his grandfather, the High Chief, the fighting spirit of his father, the third generation star that's got to reach some places he's never been before.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is cranking up the pressure. The Rock is going to tap. Damn it!
The Rock in the ropes. Austin's got to break the But you gotta wonder, folks, has the damage already been done and Austin's not releasing the hold?
Break his ankle. Don't break the hold. Break his damn ankle. The damage has been done. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is tearing The Rock apart.
Yeah, there's Austin. Austin seems awfully frustrated to me that he couldn't put The Rock away. And now Austin just got the WWF Championship belt. Bringing it in the ring. He's not there to put it on display. He's going to use it as a weapon. And The Rock taking Austin down. There he's got the sharpshooter. Rock's got the sharpshooter, Austin.
Oh, no! No!
Austin clutching to his WWF title belt. That is his life. It's more important to him than anything.
Reach! Reach! Austin reaches the ropes.
Austin gets in the ropes.
Thank God.
Man, what a match this has been. What a marathon match.
That's not there. Make Hammond break the hold.
Austin in a hell of a lot of trouble. The pain got to be riveting through his body as well. Now Austin in the ropes.
Ropes. Break the damn hold.
And The Rock does break the hold. But has he broken Austin's spirit? Has he ripped at Austin's anatomy enough to be able to put the rattlesnake down? And this match has taken its toll on everybody involved. There's a low blow. Rock's hurting. Rock's been hammered. Austin's been beat up. His mouth is bleeding. And Austin looking for the stunner. And the Rock! A stunner! The Rock got the Stone Cold Stunner on the inventor of the Stone Cold Stunner. And both these men are down. Both these men are down. Austin got a big dose of that Stone Cold Stunner, but has a Rock been able to capitalize? It's going to be, now wait a minute, yeah, Nick Patrick, that should have been all of it. Nick Patrick just pulled the WWF referee out of the ring when The Rock had a 3 count.
Nick Patrick is a licensed official. Nick Patrick has every right to be here.
And Patrick almost got rock bottom there.
Rock bottom! Rock bottom! Austin rock bottoms The Rock! It's over! It's over!
No, not this way. No, my God, not this way. Not this way. Oh, yes. The Rock kicked out. He kicked out of his own rock bottom, and the rattlesnake cannot believe it.
Damn, that was close! My God, how close can you be?
It sure wasn't a slow count. That's an Alliance official. Can't bitch about that. Austin just nailed his own referee.
Well, Patrick should have counted to 3.
And now what the hell else going on? Austin's got to get the WWF referee back in the ring.
Austin has The Rock beat. Austin has The Rock beat. The Rock is a beaten man. Here we go.
Austin thrown right in the face of Earl Hebner. Down goes the referee. The Rock measuring Austin. Looking for the rock bottom.
Stop it! Oh my God, it's over! I can't believe it! It's finally over! The legacy of the World Wrestling Federation dies here! Cover!
But there's no referee.
Damn it!
Austin, he knocked his own referee out.
It was unintentional!
And then he inadvertently ran over Earl Hebner. And the Rock starting to stir it. Wait a minute.
Here comes Kurt. Thank God.
Son of a... Oh! Kurt Angle he just nailed Austin! The Rock bottom! The Rock bottom! The count! The count! It's over! It's over! The WWF has won it!
The winner of the ball, The Rock! And thus, the surviving organization, the World Wrestling
shocking assist by Kurt Angle has cost the Alliance. The Rock said he was going to do it, and he did it, and the billion-dollar princess